Hello, girls. Let me know once you're here so I can say hello. We're gonna get into some party training today, which is gonna be very exciting. One of my favorite things ever. So let me know once you're here. This is always the awkward part, right? We all know that. Hi, Erica. I have notes for you guys. I took notes so I don't forget all the important information. Hi, guys. Hi, welcome. Hi, Amy. Hi, Becky. Hi, Bree. Hi, Jennifer. Thanks. Hello. Yay. I'm so excited to do this training for you guys. Just to share a little of my knowledge with you guys. Obviously, we all have our own things that we're good at. And so I'll share a little bit of this and then, you know, hopefully we can all help each other. Hi, Emily, Jen, Kimberly. Hi, everyone. It's so good to see all your faces. Your internet faces. Your little tiny, what are those called? Icons. Hi, girls. Okay, awesome. I'm gonna wait just a couple minutes. Hopefully we can get as many people on because I'm just going to get right into the training. Yay, Becky, yes, bring your pens, get your pens and paper out, take notes. I feel like that's helpful. In fact, I made notes myself. So that's how I feel like I learned the best, like back from when we were in school, making little, you know, outlines. So whatever is easiest for you to take a note or to, hi, Carrie. Hi, Ashley. For you to go back and reference, I'm gonna talk about 3 main points, and then you guys asked a lot of questions, a lot of really great questions. So at the end, I will go back and answer those and any other ones that you might have, as many as I can. A lot of them are repeat questions, so we don't have to go over every single one, but there are some that were really good ones. So thanks for submitting those. Okay, hi from Canada. I know, I agree, Ashley, I agree. Okay, so I'm gonna talk about, I feel like it's easiest to learn a new thing if you break it into like 3 different points, right? So I'm gonna be talking about, hi Camille. It's good to see all your familiar faces because I do get nervous, okay? But we're all friends, so I just need to chill out. That's what I keep telling myself. So we're gonna talk about 3 main points and then we'll do like the question and answer at the end. So the 3 main points and the ones that we had a lot of questions were how to find your hostess, and that's a big one. So the 3 main things that I think are important are how to find and prepare your hostess, how to have a fun and engaging party, like the layout of your actual party. Thank you, Camille. And how to transition that party and the people in that party to a VIP group or something similar so that they can be future customers and future hostesses for you, right? So those are, oh my gosh, Caitlin, you guys are so good to me. I really gotta like move the comments because it gets me so distracted because you guys are just too good to me. I mean, honestly, I'm so grateful. Thank you for all the compliments. Okay, so those are the main 3 points that I'm gonna be talking about today. I'm gonna swipe your comments away. I love you guys, but I will get so distracted. So I'm gonna swipe them away and then I'll come back and look through everything, okay? So I think I'll still see your hearts and stuff. That always is nice. Okay, so one of the number 1 questions that was asked was, how do I find a hostess? I know that that is a common, not just a problem, but something that's very intimidating for all of us, right? My personal style, I don't want to have to hound somebody to be a hostess for me, right? It's not really like, that's just not my personal style. So in order to not do that, though I think that you are going to have to get out of your comfort zone and do that sometimes. I think in order to not do that, you have to present this product that we have in a way that is enticing, right? So how I do that is I'm going live all the time in my VIP group. Now, if you don't have a VIP group, whatever platform you have chosen to use for your makeup when you're going live, doing all of that, whatever platform that is, present the product in a way that is enticing. Now, one leg up, I guess, that I have is that underneath all this beautiful makeup, I have crazy redness, okay? Like all of my cheeks are red. I don't have rosacea, I don't think. I mean, maybe I haven't been diagnosed, but I have all that redness. So when I go live, it is impressive, okay? So whatever is like your thing, like if you're good at eyeshadow, if you're good at contouring, do that. People want to see that. And that's, I think, the first like way to get customers. And when we get customers, that's how we get hostesses. So I think that initially when you're first starting out, the best person to find as a hostess is your family member, okay? We all know that because they're the ones that we can ask and they can say no and we don't have to like feel like, you know, because it's scary. It's scary to ask people. So if we're starting with our friends and family, they see our face in person, they know us, they trust us. Those are the first people that you should be asking to host, okay? That's a given. We probably already know that. We've all done that, right? So the next group of people that I think we can target to become hostesses are our repeat customers. So go in your back office, you can look at your customers and just go through and see who's ordered more than one time. So if they have ordered more than one time, they're spending money on the makeup, they like the makeup, and likely they would like to get free makeup, right? That's the thing. So I think that a lot of times our mentality is kind of skewed where it's like, okay, they feel like whatever the verbiage is that we're using when we're trying to approach them about having a party, they're thinking that they're doing us some sort of big honor and favor, right? And I mean, yes, they are. They're bringing their family and friends to us and they are giving us customers. But we're not going to spin it that way. We're spinning it in a way that we are doing them a favor. Like we are going to help them earn free makeup. We are going to go live in this party and help them, their customers to see it. So we are going to do all the work for the color matching. We're doing all of that, showing, presenting the product. Literally all they're doing is just telling their friends and family about it, right? So don't treat it like, oh, like I think that if we approach our friends and family in a way of like, I hate to ask, but I really need a party hostess. Do you think that you could do it for me? That's not enticing. Honestly, if that were me, I'd be like, no, I'm not really that interested, right? So we have to put it forward first. All the things, right? So one of the biggest ways that, okay, I personally do not ask people to be hostesses. I have people asking me. So I think that that's one of the hard things, like how do we get to that point, right? And I think the point is you're showing the makeup continually, always showing it, always showing it. You're gonna have people who just want the free, who are just addicts. I mean, you guys know that, right? We get these customers that are like, they all of a sudden, well, they start out ordering a $300 order and then in I have one lady in 1 month who's ordered like $3,000 in makeup, which is excessive, okay? But she's the one that I was like, maybe you should throw a party. You know, it's not that, I think that we have to kind of go at it that way. Like it's gonna be this fun thing. Like it's just and you don't have to say party. I think that sometimes people are like, party? I don't want to do a party. So say whatever it is that you think will be enticing to them. A makeup class, how to highlight and contour. People don't know how to do that. Eyeshadow class, whatever you want to call it. I think that can sometimes make it less intimidating. Okay. So maybe I should swipe and see what you're saying. Oh, you guys aren't saying anything. It's great. Okay. So, another way is I have in the past when I have hostesses, I have kind of taken a screen grab, you know how to do that on your phone, of the whole list of all of the hostess rewards that last hostess has gotten. And I now do like multiple hostesses at one time. So I can post like multiple, like this is all the stuff that they're getting. And people are like, what? How do I get that? You know? So that's my advice. Now, it may not work for you. I think that we all are different. So whatever works for your customer group, that's what you're gonna need to try. The thing to remember is you are gonna have people who say no. You have to not be afraid to ask. You also have to be not afraid of being shut down, because it's gonna happen, okay? It's gonna happen. Like, not everybody is gonna say, oh yeah, let's do it. Not everybody is gonna come to you and say that they want to. So you have to be willing to ask them, and you also have to be willing to get rejected. Just go in there with the mindset of, this probably is gonna be a no, but yay if it's a yes, right? So that's the same concept for if you're trying to build your team. Like, you're gonna get people who say no, but do we just give up? No, we figure out a different way. So have an open mind. That's the biggest advice that I can give when you're trying to find a hostess, okay? I hope that helped you a little bit. So the next thing, once you have found your hostess, and one of the questions that you guys had asked me was, how many hostesses do you, like how many parties are you throwing in a month? And that is all personal preference. I now am only doing one a week with like 3 or 4 hostesses at a time, like on the same party. But whatever works for you. Even if you can just get one hostess in a month, you can get to elite. You can qualify for the bonus. I mean, that should be the goal to start out. Just get one. Just try to get one, okay? So the next step, after now you've found your hostess, the next step is to prepare them. The success of the entire party, it like lies only on us preparing the hostess, okay? It is like the most important thing to do ever. If you're not, so you have to find your hostess, message them. What I do is I made a pre-recorded video on YouTube, and it was like, your party's gonna be starting in a week. I send this out a week before the party starts. Your party is starting in a week. Here's what you should do to get started and get people excited about it. So I always tell people to post a before and after picture with their makeup on into their private Facebook, Instagram, whatever they use. Post that and don't even say that you're having a party. Just post it. And you'll get people, like, obviously people love to compliment us when we are looking pretty, right? And this makeup, it really does that. So then anybody who likes, comments, messages you about your, like, what is that? Anybody who does any of those things, those are the people first that they are going to personally invite and message, okay? So plastering a link to a group and not really saying much is fine. There are people that join parties that way, but the majority of the people who come to these parties and are engaged in the parties, which is what the goal is, right? We want them to want to be there, are the ones that we are personally inviting. The hostess is personally inviting and connecting with, right? So that is the key, okay? You have to prepare your hostess for what your expectations are for the party. So, like I said, I reach out a week before. I send them that pre-recorded video, just telling them how to post and all of that. You can make a pre-recorded thing. It makes your life a lot easier because then you can just send them that, right? And then you have to be enthusiastic, okay? So the whole key having a successful party is being excited and acting like it's like the best thing ever. It is the best thing ever. I actually really enjoy it. So we want them to enjoy it too, right? So they're gonna personally invite, they're gonna post their before and after pictures, and then you're gonna tell them that they need to shoot for a minimum of 25 people. That's the minimum, guys. My most successful parties have had more than like 50 or more in those, because there's not everybody is gonna order or even come to the party. So 25 is the minimum. And then our expectation of them is to engage with every single comment, okay? And I do this too. If somebody asks a question, I always answer it. If somebody makes a comment, I always reply, always. I am very, very engaged in all of my parties. I am commenting on every post, just like I'm expecting them to. So your hostess is expected to engage with all of her people, to interact in all of the posts. All of my posts have some sort of call to action. I'll talk about that at the party posts. So they need to interact. They need to follow up with their guests after the like main party posts have been posted. They need to follow up and ask them if they have any questions or if they can help in any way. And they need to be active on when I go live. They have to be on there with me going live and tagging their friends. So those are my expectations of my hostess, right? So in turn, I have expectations of her, and then she can have expectations of me. So then I say, my expectations of, or your expectations of me is that I will do posts leading up to the party, and I always go live on, so my format is the, 2 days before the actual party starts. That's when they can start inviting. I don't have any, I use Post My Party to schedule all my parties out, and I don't have anything posting on that second day before the party. But the day before, that's when I have posts like color match and some other posts. So they can expect that I will have a picture. I always have, when I set up my parties, I always have a picture that has some kind of thing that they need to, like a question that they need to answer. Tell us about yourself. Tell us how you know your hostess, whatever it is that you want them to do. They have to come into the group and have something to engage in right away. Otherwise, if there's just posts that they're supposed to look at, they don't have any, there's nothing keeping them from like just leaving and forgetting about it, right? We have to like get them engaged and commenting, because then they're gonna see the posts in the future. So they can trust that I will be doing posts leading up to the party, and that I will interact with every single comment on those posts. And I will be on time. I will start the party on time, and I will start the live on time, and I will be engaging, okay? One of my favorite things is going live in parties, because that is the magic. That's us getting to show them everything about this makeup and what makes it so great, right? We all love it. So we have to show them why we love it, and we have to be engaging. Okay, so I'm gonna do that for them. I am going to go live at least one time, and I do a full face hack, everything, including eyeshadow. I love eyeshadow, so I always do that. And then sometimes on that day before, I go live. It just kind of depends if the engagement is a little low. I'll go live that day just with my makeup fully done, or with all my makeup done and not my eyes. And I will show them all the compact sizes and how it works. So this is the day before the party. I'll show them all the compact sizes and how they work. And then one time, and this was a really good thing that I did, one time I did my eyeshadow right there. So then they got to see, like that day I did like pinks and purples. And then when I did the live demo the next day, it was like with more neutral colors. So they got to see 2 different looks. You don't have to do that, but if I see that the engagement is a little low, sometimes I do that. And I think that can be something that you pre-record as well. You don't have to go live to do that. So just feel it out, right? So they can count on me going live at least one time. They can count on me sending their people their color matches within 24 hours. That is an expectation that I have for myself for these parties. They can count on me giving them an update on who has ordered and where they stand throughout the party. And they can count on me making a personalized thank you graphic to each of their customers. I do a personalized thank you with a little collage of everything they ordered. They can count on that for me, and that helps them to see who ordered and who they need to thank as well. And then they can also count on me doing at least one giveaway. So I do a giveaway every single time, right? So my giveaway varies. It really depends on the party. You can kind of like gauge it, like see if you have a lot of engagement, then you can do something bigger. Do whatever you feel comfortable with. Lately, I've been doing, for my bigger hostess parties, I'll do a $50 credit. What's good about doing a credit like that is that they have to order. So that is helping you with your sales. Normally how I do it is I just ask them to place the order and then I reimburse them through Venmo for the $50. So that's their $50 credit. So that, that goes towards your sales. Sometimes they spend more than $50. It's really, and they love it. They love it. You don't have to do that. If you have hostess like rewards that you've cashed in and you have extra items that you want to ship out, use those. I mean, we all get things for free. It doesn't have to cost you anything. So they are going to be able to count on me doing a giveaway, and they're going to be able to count on me being fun and engaging. So we have expectations of them. They can have expectations of us. I hope that helped. That's one of I think of all the other things, that is the key. Getting your hostess prepped and knowing everything that you expect of them and what they can expect of you is the number one thing, okay? So hopefully you took notes on some of that. I know it's a lot of information, but so the next thing, the second point, and we've kind of touched on this through that first point, is that we want to have fun and be engaging. So when you are making a template, one of the things that we have as Team Jacob, like an awesome resource, and I pinned that into the top of this video, is that we already have a party template through Mascara Girl Scouts, okay? Rachel has already done that for us. Now, you don't have to do it exactly the way that is. It's just an idea of how it could go. Now, that format is an event, and I personally prefer groups for parties. So it's totally up to you. I think it's easier to find the posts in groups. It's easier to interact with them. It's easier to transition that. If your hostess decides to become an artist, they can transition that group into a VIP group. So that's why I prefer groups. Now, basically the only benefit of doing an event, in my opinion, is that they can RSVP. So if you want, you can make an event like with just like an invite or like a thing that talks about the party, and then you can post that into the group so that they have something to RSVP and they'll get a reminder for. That's the only thing I would change about the Mascara Girl Scouts template. So that's already there. It has awesome posts. And if you're like, I just don't even know where to start there. That's a resource that we have. We also have Mascara Girl Scouts that has the whole party pants pin that we earn, and it tells you what you need to do. I mean, if you haven't, that's like number one where you should be starting, is doing those trainings that we have available to us. Like as soon as you become an artist, and if you haven't done that yet, go back. It's not too late. Go back, do the trainings on mascaraschool.com. That's all just for us being on Team Jacob. Don't miss out on that, okay? There were so many questions that I got that would totally be answered if you just did those trainings from the beginning. So it's really important, and it's a really awesome resource, and people work really hard on them. So we should utilize them, right? So those are the three things that we have as Team Jacob. You already have that. My team, my upline team, and we made our own party template, and we all use that with our own graphics. And so you can make your own. You can use that as an idea and then make your own. Whatever is exciting to you. If it would be exciting for you to go to a one-day makeup class for 30 minutes, do that. Try it out, And if a 3-day party template or a 5-day party is not working for you or not something that you want to commit to, then don't do it. Do a 1-day party and see how it goes. I think that we all need to understand that, okay, not every party is going to be a total success, right? I personally have had a party sell almost $13,000, which is insane, okay? I know that. And then I've also had a party sell 0. I love parties. I do them all the time. Even I have had total duds, okay? it's going to happen. Expect that it's going to happen and don't let it derail you, okay? You're just going to move on. You're moving on to the next hostess out there, okay? So I think that that's something that we need to like remember as artists in general. There are gonna be things that are disappointing, customers returning, whatever the case is. Don't let that be the only thing you're focusing on, the failure. Like focus on the things that you can be successful in and the things that you love about mascara. And people will see that excitement, right? That's what makes people gravitate to us. So the last point is how to transition your party guests into a VIP group members and future hostesses. So this is, if I had to go back and say what my number one piece of advice is to anyone starting out. I personally, if you guys try to go find me on Instagram, I'm on Instagram. I do not use it very often. And I think that you guys that do are awesome. And it's so cool to see all your Instagram stories. That's not how I am successful. And that is what's so cool is that we can all do different things, and whatever works for us, that's what you should be doing. For me, having a VIP group, and that's just a beauty group that everybody can come into, has been the best thing that I have done. It's my favorite part about doing mascara, because all of these people who are invited to the parties, we in a post invite them to join our group, our VIP group. I call it a VIP group. You can call it whatever you want. So then now you're always building new customers. If you don't have anywhere for them to go, then you're just missing out on future orders, on connection, on the excitement. One of the things when I had my launch party, and that's just your very first party that you throw for yourself, saying that you're an artist, that's a really cool and important thing to do. When I had my launch party, it was amazing. I mean, it was a lot of people, but what was so amazing was that everyone was getting their makeup at the same time. And they were all posting pictures in my VIP group. And then everyone was commenting about, oh my gosh, you look so beautiful. And it was magic. I mean, it was like so amazing. And I have really worked hard to cultivate and continue that same enthusiasm and the same kind of safe place that these women feel like they can post pictures without makeup and with makeup, that they can totally build up and encourage people. It is by far my favorite part about doing mascara. That is like my pride and joy, beyond sales, but beyond anything else. It is that group. So, I mean, that's what the mission statement is, right? Helping women feel beautiful. And that is what we see in those VIP groups. Because it's not like, okay, we just had the party, you placed your order, bye, that's awesome, thanks a lot. No, we want them to have a place to go. So transition those people make sure that you're inviting them into your VIP group. Now, not everybody is gonna see that post, and not everybody is going to need to, sorry, I'm getting a text, got distracted. Not everybody is going to join it. Maybe they don't want to. But I always have like tutorials, and I'm going live multiple times a week. So it's like they want to be in there because they're going to need to put the makeup on, and they have to remember how, right? So, and another thing is, now that you have that group made, if in the future that hostess, which I have had a lot of hostesses decide that they want to become artists because it's fun and they can see it firsthand. So then now that party group can become their VIP group. So we don't want to like miss out on that chance to like get those people engaged, right? So there are 3 ways that I always say that people can get to enter the giveaway. Obviously, we can't let them enter by buying anything. That's not allowed. So they can enter by engaging in all of the party posts, and every single post, you guys, that you ever do in your VIP group, in your party, every single one, you need to have a call to action. You have to have a question or something at the end for them to engage with you in. If you just post a pretty picture of yourself, you'll probably get a few comments, but you're missing a chance to get the engagement, and the engagement is what makes it so that more people see all your posts. So make sure that everything you do has a question at the end. It doesn't even have to, it doesn't have to be about makeup even, just whatever, just have a question there. So they can enter by engaging in the posts. This is to win the giveaway in my party. So they can enter by engaging in all of the posts and by joining my VIP group and by hosting a party. If they host a party, they get a few more points, okay? So that is another way that you can encourage people to be hostesses. Now, one of the questions that I had was, do you allow people to host a party if they haven't tried the makeup yet? Now, here's the thing. I personally do not. If somebody says that they can't afford the makeup and they want to host a party so that they can buy it and try it, I say, it's hard to like shoot them down. So I usually say, I would love to host a party with you, but in order to have it be successful, your friends and family really need to see it on you because they know you, they don't know me, so they trust you. So as soon as you're able to order like a quad, I normally just say like, just get a quad, just try it out. As soon as you're able to try it out, I would be happy to put you on my calendar. So 100% of the people that I've said that to have said, oh, that makes sense. Okay. And then they place the order the same day. So it's not like I'm just only trying to get them to order. I really genuinely believe that it's hard to be a good hostess if you haven't tried the product, right? How do you promote something that you haven't tried? So I know it's sticky, and early on, it's when you're like trying to get a hostess, it's hard. I understand that, but in my opinion, that's the way that I do it. You don't have to do it that way. You can try it out and see. I just think the most successful hostesses are the ones who have tried it. Okay, so I think that's it, guys. So now you have a chance once they're in your VIP group. Now, when you post about, does anybody want to do a party? You know, you post that video of all the hostess rewards. That's where you can get people who maybe hadn't tried it yet in the actual party. Now they're in your VIP group. They see you go live all the time, and now they're like, I think I want to do it. So later, you know. So those are my 3 main ways. Hopefully that was helpful for you guys. I'm going to swipe these comments back. Oh, yay, you guys were just hopefully taking notes, no questions. So let me get my computer out and make sure that I don't have any notes here that I think we got it all. I think I got all of my notes. So if you have a new question, if you didn't submit a question, then feel free to, let me turn that off. Feel free to write one here, and I'll try to get to it. And then I'm gonna bring up the questions that we have that people have already asked. Yes, Laura, I agree. Having the hostess showcase the makeup is crucial. It really is. Yes. So that is, Mandy, what you're saying to Autumn here is so amazing, because it's true. People want to be part of a community, and that's what it feels like when you have that Facebook group. And you can't, while I think that Instagram is awesome, you can't really have that on Instagram. So if Instagram is your platform, consider making a Facebook group as well. A lot of people on my team and my upline team have done that and seen a lot of success with that. It's not too late, okay? It's not too late. Dina, sorry, I don't know how to say your name. My parties, so I changed my format because now I do Battle of the Hostess, so there's like multiple hostesses on one day. Because before I was doing parties like every 2 or 3 days, like 12 parties a month, and it was too much, okay? So I kind of stretch it out longer because there's more people. So I do 5-day parties, okay? I know that's a lot. The bulk for me is all one day, like the actual party day is just one night. It starts at 7. There are 10 party posts for them to engage in, and then it ends with me going live and doing a full face. So it starts at 7, I go live at 8:30. That's where the most of the people are engaging in that part. And then the other ones are just posts throughout the day that are just in addition to like the main party. But figure out what works best for you and your people. If your friends are all college age and they don't want to like spend 5 days like looking at party stuff, then do it in one night and see how it works. So don't be afraid to customize it. You don't have to do exactly what I do. Like customize it and see how it works for you. How do you do a party with multiple hostesses? Well, so it's the same way. So, and I wouldn't do the battles or the multiple hostesses unless you have more hostesses in a month that want to host a party than you are able to accommodate. I try not to book them past a month out because I mean, nobody wants to be on the calendar for September when it's like right now. If they want to throw a party, they want to do it soon. So I usually do multiple hostesses. It's the same format. It's just I use a link tree, and then I have each of their like personal party links on there, and that's where I direct all the customers. Each person has their own link. They all earn their own credits, and the one who gets the most wins an extra prize for me. So early on when I had like 5 hostesses, which is too many, by the way, I would not do more than 3 or 4 in one party. I did a $50 credit for the hostess that won, and then a $50 credit as the giveaway. So you can change that. And if the engagement on day 1 is not that great, then give away something smaller. I mean, it doesn't have to cost you a lot. It doesn't. People will enter giveaways just for a lip and cheek color. So don't worry about that. Okay, the best time I have found and the best day of the week, I found that parties on Thursdays are very successful and Tuesdays. The other day is Sundays. So Friday and Saturdays, I would not do, especially right now in the summertime, people are like away. And so I would focus on trying to do Thursdays or Tuesdays. And it depends on your audience. If your audience is a bunch of stay-at-home moms and they put their kids to bed at 7 o'clock, then maybe you start the party at 8. If they would rather do a day party, maybe you do the day party. So you can change it up. It doesn't have to be the same time every time. I usually do a 7 p.m. start time for the party and 8:30 p.m. for my live. You're welcome, you guys. I'm so glad you're learning things. I hope that you guys all have amazing, successful parties. Okay. Caitlin, is that enough information that I gave for the Battle of the Hostess? Do you need more information? Let me know. Hopefully I can see your comment later. What is the grand prize for the battle? I answered that. So for me, it depends. Okay, so that party, let me tell you about, you guys want to know about the party that I did that was almost 13,000. That was for my twin sister. Full disclosure, she is very high up in a different direct sales company. So she has a lot of influence and knows a lot of people. So I think that's one of the main reasons that it was successful. But we also, since we're twins, we made it into a birthday bash. So it was like all themed around our birthday and her birthday and like questions about us being twins. And so you can do like a theme like that for a party. If you have like somebody who wants to throw a party because it's their birthday, you can make all the posts like geared around them for their birthday and celebrating them. People want to go to parties like that. They want to like celebrate with you, right? So that was like, that party was insane. But it was really fun. And that's what, I got the bulk of my hostesses in the last few months from that party because they all commented about how fun it was. So make it fun. Make it something that you would want to go to. I just did 4 days versus 3 and it was actually so much better. Awesome. Do you feel this is a better way, only a few hours of party versus a live each day? I don't do lives each day. I encourage them to go into my VIP group where I go live like multiple times a week. So that's where they can get more content. But I'm really only going live to show them the full face, and it's impressive enough that they order. Or if they haven't done a color match, they do it, okay? You can, this is something I didn't say, on that first day, like before the main party starts, this is how I do it. You can do an additional giveaway for people who submit a color match. Now, normally, I will be honest, normally in these kinds of parties, the majority of people who are filling out the color match are ordering. I would say I have like a 75% order rate with people who actually take the time to fill out the color match. If they're filling out the color match form, they're interested. So we got to get them to want to do that, right? So I do a giveaway at 24 hours. If they fill out the color match within that 24 hours, then right before the party starts, then they will be entered into a giveaway for a lip and cheek color of their choice. So that's just in addition to the main giveaway. That's what I do. Do you find it's better to go live after the posts rather than before? I do. I think that the posts kind of get them interested and like intrigued about it. And then seeing it on me like seals the deal. I mean, like I said, I have crazy redness. So it is a transformation when I put the makeup on, and people are always wowed. So that, I think the makeup is so exciting and different and creates such dimension in our face that it's so different than what they're used to. I think that is what needs to be like the grand finale of your party. You know what I mean? I do 1 day, 1 party. Okay, I'm continuing, sorry. As far as Battle of the Hostess goes, that wouldn't be like my first choice, guys. I'm doing that because I personally am not able to do 20 parties in a month, and that's the only way I can accommodate the amount of people that have wanted to. And it's slowing down even for me. This is like one of my slowest months ever. So don't be discouraged. It happens to all of us, okay? I would focus on doing 1 hostess at a time. People like that. They like to have that individual attention. So if you can, I really prefer it, but I just do the battles because I have to. Yes, Linktree. Get a Linktree if you don't have one. It's amazing. What is the difference between not doing a giveaway with purchase versus when we do Battle of the Hostesses and whoever's party gets the most gets an extra prize, unless I totally miss it? Well, because I don't advertise that to the actual people. I only tell the hostesses that they are personally in a battle for that. The people don't know that. I don't say like, ooh, this is, you know, she's $100 away. Who's gonna order? I don't do that. So correct me if I'm wrong, if that's not something I should be doing, but I only tell the hostesses, and they're like in their own little battle. Okay, does that make sense? How long are your lives? I try to keep them short, but I can't. I just can't do it. So I do an hour is about the average. Because the thing is, I explain every single thing, every single step that I'm doing, and because I want them to learn something and see the makeup get put on my face. So I'm like talking a lot. So I do go live about an hour. My old lady, Camille wants me to tell you about my old lady. So here's the thing. Not all hostesses are created equal. I had a party once that, bless her heart, I love this lady. She is one of my I mean, she's ordered thousands of dollars for me. She even told me yesterday that she thinks she owns every single color that mascara has, okay? So she's really awesome. She wanted to host a party. I said, okay. I told her exactly everything that was gonna happen. And then the party started and it was like so bad, you guys. It was like, all the people are commenting on the first party post, like, where is the party? Where is it? I don't know where it is. I'm like, you're here. You're right here. Like, this is the party. It's happening right now. They did not get it, okay? They did not get it. So gauge your audience. If you have a party group full of oldie but-goodies, then you need to go live first. Do not go live last. Go live first before you do anything else, so that they can see you and see your face and understand what it's gonna take. Like they couldn't even figure out how to, like, you know, pull the screen down so they could refresh the page to see the new post. They couldn't do it. So you have to know that, engage your audience, and just go live. Okay, that's just my advice. If you have people that are not Facebook literate, they don't understand it, go live first. And then do the party post. In fact, I totally changed it for the next lady, and I went live and put the makeup on, and then that was all. I did like a couple other posts, but that was all, because they don't really understand it anyway. They're not gonna go engage in the party post when they can't even find them. So gauge your audience. It's funny to laugh about now, because it was, at the time I was like, oh my gosh, you're in the party. It was bad. It was so bad. Yes, Katie, I am demoing the makeup. I am putting it on. I am showing every step. This is not a 5-minute face tutorial. You can do that in your VIP group later on your Instagram, whatever. It is not the time to do a 5-minute face. You gotta like break it down for them. That's what I think, at least. Yeah, exactly, Kelly. Okay. Yeah, birthday bashes. You know, you could, I've kind of had this thought of, you could once a month, like, see whose birthday it is. Like, say, is your birthday in September? And then see how many birthdays are in September, and then reach out to all of those people and ask them if they want to have a birthday bash. You could make it like Battle of the Hostess style, just like one big birthday bash. It could be a fun thing. People like going to birthday parties, especially that month that I sold that. It was like, I don't know, $34,000. It's crazy for me, okay? But that month was the month that I had that birthday bash, and it was April when we were all in quarantine and everybody was buying makeup like crazy. I think they had their stimulus or something. It was crazy. So, I mean, it doesn't matter the month. Even though like right now is a slow month, I think you can still sell a lot of makeup. I mean, don't worry about it. You're gonna have ebbs and flows, highs and lows. Don't worry, don't stress if you have a total failure. Like, you will have one, just expect it, okay? I do not offer hostesses gifts. Their gift is my time. I know that sounds crazy, but I don't offer them something extra. Unless they're doing the Battle of the Hostess, I don't offer something extra. I think that I'm giving them so much of my time. So exactly, Kelly. Kelly's on my team, and she joined because of my sister's birthday bash. I mean, it was so fun, you guys, so much fun. I don't even know how long we've been on here, so if we're at the time limit, we can, it's so hard because I know everybody has these questions, and I can go back and answer them also. Have you found going live at the end of the party? I already answered that. Color match. Thank you, Lisa. This is Black Cherry and Summer Love mixed together. My VIP group, no, I do not. I'm sorry. I love you guys. I love you all, but it is like my heart and soul safe place for my customers. So I don't have that open for artists. It's private just for my customers. So hopefully you understand that. I'm sorry. I wish I could invite you all in there, but it's really a special place for me. So make your own VIP group. Make it something that we are posting every single day and getting engagement and excitement and showing the makeup. Jenna, look up at the pinned post. At the description of this video, it has everything you need to start, okay? Yes, and there's also just a mock party group, generalized mock party group, and you can kind of see the flow there. There's a lot of content. So you don't have to do all of it. You can just pick your favorites. Kelly. Yes, Mascara Girl Scouts training. Thank you for helping everybody. You guys, I'm just now getting to your comments about my oldies. I love them, but ooh, that was bad. Do you feel like it's better to do a simple basic hack to show because so many are seeing it for the first time? I answered that already. I personally think, I don't think it's time to do the quick hack. You can do the quick hack later. I think it's time to break it on down and show them every single step, because a lot of those people are gonna go back and do their makeup with you, like rewatching the live. So doing it quickly, they're not gonna do it quickly. Like, did any of you do it quickly on your first time? I didn't. I know I didn't, so. Cassidy. Okay, let's see. Do you do an eye look as well? I do an eye look as well. Because, okay, one thing about my color matches, and I think this gets me a few more sales, is I always include eyeshadows and I like customize them. I'm like the queen of having coordination. So I like to have my eyes, my cheeks, my lips all coordinate. That's my personal preference, and I find that it's mostly all of my customers' personal preference. So I do like a little collage with like 4 eyeshadows for them, which is very hard to do right now with all of them out. So when they're back, it'll be a lot easier. But I always include eyeshadows. I ask them on the on the color match if they want eyeshadows, and then that's the difference, you guys, between selling a quad and selling a mini double-decker eyeshadow, okay? So add eyeshadow if you're not doing it, and show it to them, and use 4 colors, 3 or 4 colors, so that they can see it, not just one little wash. I mean, do the wash later in your VIP group with 1 color, but we're trying to like show them a full face of makeup, right? Yay, Amber, about your birthday bash. That's awesome. Sorry, there are so many questions. Do you have an outline or something you could share for birthday bash parties? You know, I just use my regular party template, and then I just add in a few posts specific to the person. The giveaways for my sister's party, because it was so outrageous. I mean, it was during the time when we had like all those bundles and things. I mean, we gave away hundreds of dollars of things. Like my sister did too. We gave away a clutch, like major things. I think we spent like $1,000 on giveaways probably. I know that's crazy. A lot of the stuff I had, but you know, you kind of have to gauge it. If you're having like a total bomb party, like that is amazing, you can give away more than one thing. There's no rule. You can give away multiple things if you're just extra grateful, you know? Is a business page okay? No. It is okay to have a business page. You can have a business page and then link whatever you're posting on your business page to your VIP group. But your VIP group is a private group where your business page is public. So a public page is awesome. You can get a lot of people. It's very similar to like Instagram, because you have like just, you can reach a lot of people. But the VIP group needs to feel special and like they're invited to this special space. It has to be private. It can't be just like any old person coming and commenting. It has to be like, that's what I think makes it special. Thanks, guys. My VIP group, again, is a group. Yeah, I agree, Autumn. If you just do a quick hack, they're not going to get the concept. You have to dumb it way down, way down, because it's not easy. I mean, I think we say, oh, just take this card and just paint by numbers. But if you think back to when you first started, unless you watched a whole bunch of videos, which I did, how would you have done it? You don't know. You have to do that. Okay. Oh, we got to the bottom. Yay. Let me just go through really quickly any of the questions that you guys had asked beforehand and see if there's anything that I missed. If you guys have any questions, again, I know that it's probably been, what time is it? 3. So we haven't even been an hour yet. Whew, we did it. Okay. So let me open up this file because I know there were a lot of questions. So let me see if there's anything here that I haven't gotten to yet. So one of the questions was, how do you get good hostess that will flow with your outline? You guys, like I said in the beginning, it's up to you. That is your job to prepare them, right? So it's not like, oh, let's just find the most amazing hostess, which there are, just people who have like a big following or influence in their community, or teachers. Teachers are really great. Those are people that already have influence. And so those are the people that you should, if you can, be trying to, entice to throw one. But as far as them following our outline, that's up to us to prep them. That is totally 100% our job, okay? I've answered a lot of these already, so that's good. So this one is not party related. It says, what have you done as an artist that you feel has made a difference in your sales? I send out a very personalized color match. I take my time to make it specific to them. I do that eyeshadow thing. And we have this feature where we can build a compact for them in the palette builder feature. So make sure you click on the party link so that you are linked up to that party, like the party link for whatever that you're doing it for. If it's your own party, if it's a hosted party, make sure you click on that. Then click on the palette builder, build the palette. 100% of the time, I am building people mini double deckers. Most of the time, that's what they're ordering. So they want to know your recommendations. You are the expert. So you need to give them your recommendations, totally. So I build them a mini double decker. It always has their main highlight, their accent highlight, a contour, 3 lip and cheek colors, an illuminator, and 4 eyeshadows. That is what I give them every time. Even now when we have like 10 eyeshadows to choose from, I'm still doing that, okay? So, because then, okay, after you've built that, don't say add to cart, go to the top of the browser, copy it, paste it into their email. Then they can click on it and it populates up the whole compact, and all they have to add is their brushes. It's amazing. It is a way to upsell without upselling necessarily. It's a way to, instead of have people just start with a quad, they're starting with a mini double decker, which I think is the best start. Hopefully that's helpful. What do you do when participation is low? It's gonna be low sometimes. You gotta kind of like figure out the time of day. In my VIP group, I get the most engagement when I post things at like 7 a.m. People are like up. I don't know why. I'm not even a morning person. I schedule that to post at 7 a.m. I'm not awake. So don't have all of your participation be makeup related. People want to just, like, a lot of my engagement posts on my VIP group are like, it was like International Ice Cream Day the other day. So I made a little graphic and posted, asked them what their favorite ice cream color is. It doesn't matter necessarily if it's all makeup related. You really just need to have engagement. You need to have people like commenting. So mix it up. Have it be like what kind of mattress do you have? I need a new mattress. Whatever. Like, have it be more than just makeup. Because you're really creating like a community in there, and that's why people want to stay. Do you always create a new group when you do a party? If you do you close the old one? I am notorious for not closing them. I probably have like, I don't know, more than 100 open. Because it's not easy to just close the parties afterwards. If you're like totally OCD and you can't have all those things, you have to like delete all of the people out of the party, and then you have to leave it yourself, and that's the only way. So ask me how many times I've done that. I don't have time for that, sorry. Useful apps to create posts, Nancy. I use WordSwag if I want it really quick. Canva, PicMonkey, those are all awesome ones. And you can create like themes so that you have like matching colors. It's really cool. I love Canva. That's the one I use most of the time. How can I get my hostess to reach out to all her friends individually instead of just adding them to the group? That is a good point that I don't think that I mentioned before. It is not going to be a successful party if your hostess is spam adding all these people to the group and then hoping they accept. That is not the way to do it, okay? So we need to coach them to tell them that they can post their link, because when people click on the link, they can automatically get added into the group. They don't have to like be in that limbo waiting stage. So it's fine to post the party link, but I find reaching out individually to people who have just commented or liked or seem interested, reaching out individually, I make them a little like invitation. They send that to their person, and then if that person says, yes, I would totally like to go, then they send them the link. So they're not really adding ever, they're sending them the link, so the person clicks the link and then goes and can get in instantly into the group instead of waiting. Does that make sense? Do you use the Girl Scout template every party? I personally do not use the Girl Scout template anymore, though I think that it's really good. So if you're starting out, I think that that is something that you should use. The only major difference I would do is make it a group and not an event. So that is all in one day. Try it out and see. I think that this is a tool that we all have. So utilize the tools that we have. I mean, that's the only way that you can see what you like or don't like. Make sure to utilize all those tools. We have so many good ones. Okay, so a lot of you guys have asked questions on here. I'm not going to go through all of them. There are so many. A lot of you have asked questions about hostesses and how to, so I've talked about all of that. It's up to us to prepare our hostess. If the party if the hostess later is not there and engaging, that happens. That has happened to me, and it's so frustrating, but it's going to happen. And you know what? Honestly, at that point, what can you do? Like, you're not going to do the giveaway for no people, you know? Okay, so if you have any more questions that I haven't answered, post them here on this thread, and I will answer as many as I can, okay? I will come back through and answer them. I'm sure there's some I just missed. I feel like sometimes I don't always see all the questions on there. So, a lot, I mean, there are like 75 questions, so I can't just go through all of them right now. It's too many. But, do you change your graphics based on the person who you can change it seasonally, you can change it per party, you can have different parties. It's totally up to you. I personally just use one because I find that that's the easiest. But I do think that I might make some tweaks because now I have some of the same people coming back to parties, and I don't want them to have to only participate in the same things every time. Michelle, I think that people get overwhelmed. There are people that get overwhelmed even when I like dumb it down and give them exactly what they need. They still need help. We have to be willing to still help them, because this is how we get the sales, right? We have to be willing to break it on down for them a fourth time. So don't be afraid to do that. Normally when I have customers that feel overwhelmed and I tell them these are the colors that this is what you're gonna need for the bare minimum, we tell them all of that. They're normally the people that are filling their mini double decker and getting brushes and everything because they want to have the best start. So, I mean, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to not offer them just the quad. Don't be afraid of that. Kathy, I do. I created a new group for each party, a new private group every time. I have heard of people like having a party group and then just posting in there. I personally like to have it more personalized. So, I mean, again, this is totally up to you and how you want it to be. This is yours. So I'm giving you advice and ideas of things that have worked for me, but that doesn't mean that it's automatically going to work for you. Just try it out. Just don't be afraid to try it out. Okay. This doesn't have anything to do with parties, but this question was, what tips do you have for newbies in getting the most sales in their first month? I think that as a newbie, you really shouldn't even focus on your sales number. You should focus on learning how to put the makeup on your face. So practice and watch tons of our fellow artists doing videos on Instagram and YouTube and get comfortable putting the makeup on. Have a launch party. That's one of the ways to get started right away. I think you should have your launch party like as soon as your kit comes. And focus on just what you love about the makeup and sharing that. The sales, that's all gonna happen. If people see your excitement and how beautiful you look and how you feel, like when you feel beautiful, how you can like show that, that is what will get you your sales. So I wouldn't worry about like necessarily having a certain sales goal. I understand that goals are good. I would just have more of a like, okay, let me get really comfortable doing all the trainings that we have, everything that we have available to us, which is a lot, you guys. We have mascara HQ trainings. We have our trainings here in this group alone with Mascara Girl Scouts. It is amazing, and you have to be utilizing those tools. And Mascara School, those are all amazing tools. You have to do those. And if you look at the pinned announcement, it has all of that, what to do when you first start out. So you have that. You also have your upline mentor. Reach out. We're all here. You have tons of resources, and you have to be willing to be proactive and find them yourself. And if you need help, don't be afraid to reach out. Also, don't be afraid to Google it and figure it out and find out for yourself. You know, I think that when there's things that we learn ourselves, sometimes it just clicks better than somebody telling you what to do, you know? So don't be afraid to learn. That's my number one advice for when you're starting. Somebody asked about hosting an Instagram party. That is not my forte. I don't even know, is that possible? Maybe it is possible and somebody else can do training on that. Instagram is not my thing. I am not good at it. I'm bad. So anyway, okay, there are so many more questions here. I'll go through. If there's any that I think are really great that didn't get answered, then I will post them in this thread as well. Anyway, thank you girls for hanging out. I hope you found some of this information helpful and that I can't wait to hear. Please report back and let us know how your parties are going, if you're finding success using some of these tools. And number one thing to remember is prep that hostess. It's all up to us, okay? You are so welcome. Thank you, girls. I will, I'll go through and check the questions and comments now. All right, girls, have a good rest of your night, rest of your day. You're welcome. Thank you. Bye.